So this year we're going to have our Chopped Season 2. For those of you who don't remember, Chopped was an idea that I came up with last year where we wanted to do a training, and I wanted to make the training interesting and fun. So the way we did that was by basing the training on the theme of a popular reality show called Chopped. Now, I had no idea what Chopped was. You see, the night before I came up with this idea, I came home and my wife was complaining that I wasn't having enough quality time with her. So I decided to spend the evening watching Food Channel with my wife. And it just so happened that the Chopped season finale was on the Food Channel. And so I sat there and watched it for an hour. And while I was sitting there watching it is when I came up with this idea, what if we based a training on Chopped? And so that's what we did. So we decided to create an annual training event based on the Food Channel network show Chopped. And so last year was the first year, this year was the first year we did it in January. We called it Chopped Season 1. And so in 2018, we're going to have Chopped Season 2. And we've decided the dates that we're going to do that is on January 9th and January 10th, which is a Tuesday and Wednesday. And we'll be holding it in Irvine. All right, so the Chopped competition is designed to be a very competitive environment, but very fun. We want the 2 days of training that we spend together to be interactive, interesting for everybody to participate in. I want the audience to be engaged, but I also want the contestants to feel like they've really got some skin in the game. So that's what we're doing this year is I'm adding some prizes. We won't be disclosing those prizes, but they're significant and compelling prizes that you're going to love. Now, what's going to happen this year is we're doing something a little different. We're introducing what we call the mystery basket. And what's going to happen is everybody will come to Chopped, and everybody's name will be put into a mystery basket that Barry Benson will be in control of. And what's going to happen on Tuesday, the first day of the event, is we're going to draw names out of the mystery basket. The person's name that is drawn will become a contestant on Chopped. So I don't know if you remember The Price is Right. I used to watch it when I was in elementary school. And you would watch The Price is Right, and what would happen is there's an announcer that would announce a person's name, and they'd get all excited, and they would come running down, and they would participate in the game show. It's going to be a similar thing that happens this time. We're going to pull somebody's name out of the basket, and that person will then be a contestant on Chopped. We're not going to draw everybody's names. We're only going to draw 16 people. And there will be a variety of people that we pull from both the account executives as well as the architects, and I might throw a few other names in there too, like from the AR team, or who knows, maybe even the management team. I don't know yet. But we'll throw some names in there, and up to 16 people will be contestants on Chopped that day. So on the first day of Chopped, the 16 people that we pull out of the names will be given one task, and that is that they will give a 60-second presentation on the one message they want our mystery guest CIO to hear. What's going to happen on Tuesday is he's going to be in the audience, and when we pull somebody's name, that person will get up and give their 60-second message, their 60-second pitch. And at the end of the day, our judge, our CIO, is going to tell us which of those people that got up and spoke he felt were good enough to continue on to our second round the next day. And so we're going to ask him to pick out of that group a total of 8 people that will go on to Tuesday round 2. After day 1 is complete, we will have had our CIO listen to 16 people give a 60-second pitch on why they should talk to them. After our CIO has selected the 8 people that will go on to our next round, on the second day, Wednesday, we will have 3 rounds. The first round, round 1, will be made up of architects and AEs working together as teams. Each of the architect and AEs will have a chance to sit down and meet with the CIO for 30 minutes. They will have a discussion with the CIO about the CIO's business problems and challenges, and ultimately try to get the CIO to be interested in a second discussion with them. That's what will be round one. Round two, we will announce, before we start round two, we will announce that we are chopping one of the teams, so one of the architect AE's teams. So we will go from 8 contestants down to 6 contestants for round two. Round two, the primary goal of round two is to further talk with the CIO about their business problem and further qualify and understand the opportunity that the CIO might have for them if they were to further engage in business. This round will be another 30 minutes, and after that round is over, we will then have lunch, and then we will go into round three, right? And in round three, we're breaking down, we will go from 6 contestants down to 4. 2 companionships, 2 architects, and 2 AEs will have an opportunity to pitch their solution to the CIO. The CIO and a panel of judges will pick the best one out of that group, and they will become the Chopped Season 2 champion for 2018. Now let me just talk for a minute about our mystery guest CIO. So last year we had a CIO come to the Chopped Season 1. We're doing the same thing this year. I've already invited our guest CIO. He's a CIO from a company that is just as large or larger than us, meaning Fortune 500. And he's going to be a big name CIO, which everybody will be excited to meet and be able to talk with him. He's agreed to be here for the 2 days, so he's coming on both Tuesday and Wednesday, and he will be here the entire time. So one thing I do want to mention, though, is about our judging. We will have a panel of celebrity judges, just like we did last year. They will provide commentary after each presentation of each of the 3 rounds. We will also listen to our CIO, and they will provide suggestive or constructive feedback after each round is complete. We also are going to ask a mystery judge selected from our audience to participate in the judging panel. Why am I doing this? Well, because we want you actively listening and participating, because you never know, you might be selected as one of our mystery judges. One of the questions I know I'm going to get is, how do I prepare for Chopped? I can't believe, Guy, you're going to ask me to give a speech in front of my peers on the first day, and then allow me to walk into a meeting where I have to present to a CIO. So let me talk through what we're going to do to help prepare you for the Chopped competition. Number one, I am going to release the CIO's biography and also the CIO's top of mind concerns. I'm actually interviewing the CIO in a couple of days, and after I'm done with that interview, I will post the results of that interview so that everybody has something to prepare for in meeting the CIO for the first time. The second thing we're going to do is we're dedicating Friday afternoons to a series of training to cover several topics which I know are top of mind for this guest CIO. In my first discussions with the CIO, there were a variety of topics that we came up with. And so conveniently, or actually maybe by design, these 5 topics happen to fit some of our core topic areas that we're focused on for 2018. The first area of concern is overall, what is our value proposition as a company? Why would he want to do business with DataLink or Insight? So what is it? What is the value proposition? What is it that we offer that other people in the industry don't? Why would he do business with us? This is what you should dedicate your 60-second pitch to. Everybody should come to CHOP prepared with a 60-second pitch as to what our value proposition is. The second topic is data center optimization. This CIO has a very large and growing data center operation. This CIO is looking for ways to optimize and drive costs out of that data center operation. He wants to look at each application workload and decide where they best fit, where they should go, whether it's public cloud, private cloud, or whether he can put them on different types of platforms. How can he optimize environment to save costs? That is probably his driving concern coming into our chopped competition. He also is very interested in cloud. His organization has a cloud-first mentality. I'm not really saying it's cloud-only mentality, but they definitely have a mentality they want to look to reducing their data center footprint as much as possible and try to put as many workloads in the cloud as possible. He leans more towards Microsoft Azure than he does AWS, but he's very interested in a public cloud strategy or a hybrid cloud strategy if that's appropriate. Third, he's very interested in security. Because they are a public company and because they are a very large company, they're international, by the way, so their commerce crosses international boundaries. They have a lot of regulatory and compliance concerns that are a big top of mind issue for the CIO. So security is another very important talk track to the CIO. So just in recap, you want to be able to talk about what your primary value proposition is, and you want to be prepared to understand what our cloud portfolio is, what our security portfolio is, and how data link can help drive costs out of or optimize a data center environment.